Hello, ladies, welcome. So, today I'm going to be reading from the book As a Lady Would Say by Sheryl Shade. This book is one of several gentle manners books. The book is a guide to what to say in awkward, embarrassing, or rude situations. If you're someone who's often at a loss of words for what to say when you're in one of those situations, this book would be really helpful to you. If you're not familiar with Gentle Manners books, they are books that are offered by Brooks Brothers, and some of the titles that they have, other than As a Lady Would Say, is How to Be a Lady at the Table, How to Raise a Lady. So there are several other books that you could get, and some of them are books for books for men with titles like How to Be a Gentleman, etc. So it's a really nice little book that could fit easily into your purse if you just wanted something to carry around with you and something to refer to easily. But what I'm going to do for this book is I'm going to read the introduction, which is not very long, and then I'm going to read the section just after the introduction that is titled 61 Things Every Well-Spoken Lady Knows. So that shouldn't take too long. This recording will probably be about 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to get into the introduction. A lady never intends to say the wrong thing. In a perfect world, she would always have her wits about her, impressing business clients and coworkers with her ability to think on her feet, always saying the compassionate thing in a moment of sorrow, never forgetting a name at a cocktail party. But the world is not perfect, and even the most thoughtful lady stumbles. At times, she may be able to laugh off her mistakes, but at other times, she may find herself more than a little embarrassed by her own awkwardness. Even worse, she may fear that, without intending to do so, she has said something hurtful. A lady knows how to apologize, of course, but she hopes to have to use that skill as little as possible. Thus, she tries to think ahead. And this book exists in order to help her prepare for life's most challenging moments. Some of these moments are predictable. At some point in her life, every lady will be called upon to express her sympathy to a grieving friend. At other times, however, she will be caught off guard by another person's inconsiderate remark or by the rudeness of a server in a restaurant. Oftentimes, a lady is put to the test when she least expects it. A longtime acquaintance strides up, extends his hand, and the lady's mind goes blank. A coworker has just had a miscarriage, and the lady wants to say something, but she does not know precisely the right thing to say. These awkward moments, and others like them, come to a lady far too regularly over the course of her life. In such situations, a lady has no desire to laugh at herself or at the behavior of others. Instead, she attempts to cope with such awkward moments by thinking ahead. Excuse me. Rushing down the sidewalk with 6 different things on her mind, a lady does not expect to run into her former boss. Neither does she expect him to be wearing an unflattering new toupee. But it happens, and her reaction to that person at that moment may say a great deal about her ability to deal with any of life's challenges. By saying the wrong thing, she may hurt a respected friend's feelings, changing forever the way he perceives her. By saying the right thing, however, she may shore up the self-confidence of a fellow human who may not be feeling entirely comfortable in his own skin. A lady knows which fork to use, what to wear to a wedding at 7 p.m., and how to write a thoughtful, timely thank you note. But being a lady goes deeper than following the rules. It requires preparation so that whenever possible, a lady can do her part to make the world a much nicer place in which to live. Because she knows that a thoughtless comment can forever diminish another person's opinion of her. A lady thinks before she speaks, anytime, anywhere. After all, a lady knows that in any awkward situation, the best course of action is to say as little as possible and to choose those few words with the utmost care. A lady knows that when she expresses her sympathy, she is not expected to heal the pain of parents who have lost a child in a tragic automobile accident. At the same time, she knows that even in lighter moments, she is not perfect. If she forgets a name, she admits and begs forgiveness. A lady knows too, however, that she must stand up for herself and for her own beliefs and opinions. If a friend asks her to lie, she declines to participate in the deception. If she is treated rudely in a restaurant, she knows how to lodge her complaint and how to determine with whom it should be lodged. If she has strong feelings about politics or religion, she knows when and where those opinions should be voiced. At the same time, she knows that being a lady does not require that she accept condescending or abusive treatment in any situation. In matters of love and friendship, a lady does her best to say the right thing, but she also knows that sometimes when words seem to have lost all usefulness, her silence can be the most eloquent language of all. Knowing what to say, and more important, what not to say in life's challenging situations is a priceless skill. No matter how awkward the predicament, a lady's goal is always to make others feel better about themselves, and she does so by attempting always to put herself in the other person's place. A lady hopes that life will run smoothly, not just for herself, but also for the people she encounters in the normal course of her day. She intends to be part of the solution to life's problems, especially the ones over which she has some small amount of control. That, she knows, is what being a lady is all about. 61 things every well-spoken lady knows. A lady knows how to begin a conversation. Although a lady would never provoke an unpleasant confrontation, she knows how to deal with one. A lady always thinks before she speaks. Although a lady does not fret over the past, she also thinks after she speaks, assessing the correctness of her behavior. If a lady realizes in retrospect that she is guilty of an unintentionally rude or thoughtless remark, she attempts to set the matter straight at her earliest opportunity. If a lady is subjected to a rude remark or rude behavior, she does not offer rudeness in return. A lady allows others to finish their sentences. Even in her most brilliant moments, she does not interrupt others, no matter how dull their opinions might be or how many times she may have heard their stories before. A lady does not talk with her mouth full, even over the phone. A lady is slow to judge the actions of others in either their public or their private affairs. Although a lady knows how to assert herself, she also knows when to keep her opinions to herself. A lady does not take part in major arguments over minor issues. When a lady learns that two friends are to be married, she tells the groom-to-be congratulations and offers her best wishes to the soon-to-be bride. A lady makes a conscious effort to use correct grammar, but she resists all temptation to sound stuffy and overly grand. Faced with the option of using an unusual word or a word likely to be more familiar, she chooses the word that her hearers are more likely to understand. Unless she is teaching an English class, a lady does not correct another person's grammar. A lady does not use foreign phrases unless she is absolutely sure of their meaning and their pronunciation. A lady does not pretend to speak languages that she has not made her own. A lady is careful of what she says in the presence of people speaking foreign languages. They may understand what she is saying, even though she might not understand them. Even when speaking her own language, a lady does not use words that she can define only by looking them up in a dictionary. Even in the most heated discussion, a lady avoids raising her voice. She does not shout others down. A lady never asks another woman if she is pregnant. A lady never asks another woman whether she is planning to get pregnant. When a lady inconveniences another person by asking him or her to shift position so that she can move through a crowded room, she says, "Excuse me." She does not say, "I'm sorry," since there is no reason for her to apologize. A lady never says, "I'm sorry," unless she has given offense. A lady never begins a statement with, "I don't mean to embarrass you, but." A lady asks no one, male or female, to divulge his or her age. When a lady initiates a telephone conversation, she knows it is her responsibility to end that conversation. Unless it is an emergency, a lady does not leave overlong messages on someone's answering machine. A lady does not use her cell phone when she is at a table with others. Once a lady discovers that she must decline an invitation that she has already accepted, she promptly alerts her host or hostess. She gives a frank explanation of the reasons for her change of plan and offers a sincere apology. When it comes to accepting social invitations, a lady never waits for something better to come along. A lady does not engage in arguments of any sort at the dinner table. When a lady is confronted by arguments that she considers foolish, she does not attempt to refute them with reason. Instead, she keeps silent, knowing that logic is useless in the war against irrationality. A lady never claims to have seen a movie she has not seen, or to have read a book about which she has only read reviews. She knows how to say, "I haven't read or seen that yet, but from what I hear, it sounds very interesting. What do you think?" In civil conversation and when attempting to meet new friends, a lady asks, "What do you think?" as often as possible. A lady gives direct answers, especially to controversial questions. She knows, however, that being direct is not the same thing as being rude. A lady does not brag, especially about her own accomplishments or the accomplishments of her children. A lady knows that the best kind of small talk consists of asking questions, not volunteering information about herself. A lady never says, "I told you so." A lady knows how to make an apology and how to accept one. A lady knows how to extend a compliment and how to receive one. A lady avoids backhanded compliments at all costs. A lady knows how to make an introduction. When it comes time for a handshake, a lady extends her hand and is ready to do so. For reasons of hygiene and simple good breeding, a lady makes an effort to keep her hands, especially her fingernails, clean at all times. She never knows when she will be introduced to a new acquaintance, and she never wants to feel reluctant to extend her hand in greeting. A lady always carries a clean handkerchief and is ready to offer it in times of great grief or great joy. A lady always attempts to make sure her breath is fresh, especially if she expects to be in close conversation with others. If necessary, she carries and uses breath mints. A lady does not spread rumors. She is even careful about where she spreads sensitive facts. When she is invited to participate in some pleasant experience, whether it is a dinner party or a Major League Baseball game, a lady does not dally before saying yes or no. A lady feels perfectly comfortable using the word no. A lady understands the meaning of the word no, and she expects others to understand its meaning too. Whenever a lady requests any service or favor, she remembers to say please. She is quick to say thank you whenever a service or favor has been offered to her. A lady knows that listening is a skill that improves when it is regularly practiced. When a lady feels that she has been subjected to an insult, she immediately knows the right response. She responds by saying nothing at all. A lady has definite beliefs, but she thinks before voicing her opinions. She recognizes that other people's beliefs are valid. She argues only over an issue that could save a life. In making after-work conversation, a lady is wise to leave her work at the office. A lady knows how to listen. A lady does not openly attempt to correct the behavior of her friends. Instead, she teaches by example. A lady takes no part in petty arguments over important topics. Instead, she takes action to bring about change. A lady does not make promises she cannot keep. She does not make commitments she cannot fulfill. A lady knows how to end a conversation. Okay, ladies, so that's it. 61 Things Every Well-Spoken Lady Knows, from the book As a Lady Would Say by Sheryl Shade. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for listening.